the Ratha Yatra began. How wonderful. Lord Chaitanya was calling out, Mahima, 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 addressing a great personality, welcoming an honored person. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then divided his devotees into 7 kirtan groups. Very nice how he divided. Each kirtan group had several mridangas, kartals, a lead singer and a lead dancer. One group he had Swarup Damodar Goswami as the lead singer. Swarup Damodar Goswami, when he would sing, so much ecstatic love would awaken in people's hearts. There's a description in Chaitanya Bhagavat where when Lord Chaitanya heard Swarup Damodar Goswami sing, he would completely lose consciousness of the entire world. He would just go into transcendental ecstatic trances. One time Swarup Damodar Goswami was singing and Lord Chaitanya danced and fell right into a deep well. And the devotees were horrified. Hi. They started running. What happened to the Lord? He fell into this deep well. And they looked down. And by the arrangement of Yogamaya, would you like to know what happened? No. As soon as the Lord fell into the well filled almost to the top with fresh, creamy butter. So the Lord was laying in the butter like this. And they took him out. This was the power of Swarup Damodar Goswami's singing. And the lead dancer of that kirtan party was Sri Advaitacharya. He whose loud, devotional, ecstatic cries called Lord Chaitanya down to descend into this world. The second group, Srivas Thakur, was the lead singer. And his very dear friend, Nityananda Prabhu, was the lead dancer. In the next group, Mukunda Dutt was the lead singer. There are many wonderful descriptions of Mukunda Dutt singing. The entire assembly of Vaishnavas' hearts would melt in ecstatic love every time he would sing the loving praises of Lord Krishna and Vrindavan. And the lead dancer in Mukunda Dutt's group was Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur. The fourth kirtan party, the lead singers were the 3 brothers, Basudev, Madhava, and Govinda Ghosh. When they would sing, actually in the spiritual world they were singers for Radha and Krishna who descended to sing for Lord Chaitanya's Sankirtan parties. And the lead dancer, Vakreshwar Pandit. How he would dance. Sometimes Lord Chaitanya would personally sing and he would dance. And the reciprocation of Lord Chaitanya singing and Vakreshwar Pandit dancing, they would go on for 72 continuous hours. Haribo. And Lord Chaitanya would sing as if he had many, many mouths. And Vakreshwar Pandit said, I will dance forever, you go on singing. And then he formed 3 groups from various villages that came. One group was the devotees of Shantipur. Achyutananda, the elder son of Advaita Prabhu, was the lead dancer. In another group, the residents of Shrikanda. And Narahari Sarakar and Raghunandan Thakur were the lead dancers. And then there was the devotees from Kulinagram, where Ramananda Basu and Satyaraj were the lead dancers, Satyaraj Khan. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu inspired them all to begin kirtan. And with folded hands, he prayed to Lord Jagannath. Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha Jagat Hitaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. And then he offered the beautiful verse. Please, this is very important. before the kirtan, before the Ratha Yatra of Lord Chaitanya began, he offered this verse. I am not a Brahmin, a Kshatriya, a Vaishya, or a Shudra. I am not a Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, or Sannyasi. What is my identity? Gopi Bharthur Patakamalayur Das, 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 Anu Das. I am the insignificant atomic particle of the servant of the servant of the servant of the servant of your servants. This was the mood that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu established before Ratha Yatra begins. And then the kirtan started. He organized 4 of the kirtan groups to be dancing in front of Lord Jagannath's cart. 1 on each side and 1 in the rear of the chariot. And as they were chanting and dancing together, the sound of the mridangas, the karatols, and the loud, loud, loud chanting of the Mahamantra filled all directions. To fulfill everyone's desires, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu could be seen in every one of the 7 Sankirtan parties simultaneously. Haribo. He expanded himself in such a way that each Sankirtan party was thinking, the Lord is only with me. Haribo. In this way, he reenacted the Ras Leela of Vrindavan, where every gopi is thinking, Krishna's only dancing with me. He reenacted the Leela of Dwarka, where every one of the 16,108 wives of Krishna is thinking, Krishna's only with me. Such a speciality of intimacy of love the Lord shares with his devotees. And nobody could understand that he was actually with everyone, except a few very fortunate persons. And you know who one of those people were? King Prataparudra. He could see how the Lord expanded himself into all of the kirtan parties. Thus Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya praised his good fortune. It is only by the mercy of the Lord that the Lord reveals his opulences. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu began to dance in such ways. Sometimes he was in all 7 kirtan parties simultaneously. At other times he took one form and all the 7 kirtan parties merged together into one party just to see the Lord dance. And the ecstatic, transcendental symptoms of his love as he danced are described in great detail by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Tears were pouring from his eyes like syringes, like rivers. His hairs were standing on end like the flower of the Kadamba tree. His complexion was changing various colors. His teeth were chattering like a little boy in the freezing cold of the winter. Sometimes he would appear very heavy, sometimes very thin. Sometimes he would be light as a feather. Other times he would be as heavy as the universe. Sometimes he would twirl around so fast it looked like a firebrand as the Lord was dancing. The chandan that was decorating, sometimes he would become so hot, he would just dry up. He was manifesting symptoms of love that had never been seen in this world. As he was bringing Krishna back to Vrindavan, that was his divine emotion, bringing Krishna to Vrindavan. And Lord Jagannath was simply watching him. One time Lord Chaitanya wanted to make sure Jagannath is taking note of him. So he danced to the rear of the chariot, and the chariot would not move. Haribo, would not move. Everyone was pulling. And have you been to Puri? There's probably 10 ropes on each chariot, and there's thousands of people on each rope pulling, and they're all pulling, and it wouldn't move. Because Jagannath wanted to prove to Lord Chaitanya that he's only thinking of him. So when Lord Chaitanya came to the front again, he moved. Then the Lord was very happy. It is explained that everyone who saw Lord Chaitanya dance during that procession, the pilgrims, the residents of Puri, the shopkeepers, the devotees, the tourists, the servants of Jagannath, every single person had their eyes simply gazing on Lord Chaitanya's dancing form, and everyone attained the perfection of pure love of God just by seeing the ecstatic dance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu during the kirtan of the holy names. Such profuse mercy he was distributing indiscriminately to everyone.
You were listening to Radhanath Swami on devotionalnectar.com.